What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video. Today, we're taking a look at the official nominations for the Premier League Player of the Year. And you're probably thinking, Ross, we've already had that with N'Golo Kante, but no, that was the PFA Player of the Year. So the very simple difference between the Premier League Player of the Year and the PFA Player of the Year is the PFA one is voted by the professionals, the football players themselves. Whereas the one in this video is sponsored by EA Sports like the Player of the Month Awards, and I think it's worked out the same, like a certain percentage of votes from the fans get contributed towards the final voting, which is then decided by a panel of football experts. But we'll get into more detail about that in just a moment. So before we get started, as always, if you can show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Who do you think should win the Premier League Player of the Year and why? Let me know down below. And finally, if you missed my previous video, go down below in the description box. So just a couple of notes before we get started. And number one is invest at your own risk, because right now it's not 100% official this will be an SBC player because we've already had the PFA Player of the Year. So for the investment part of the video, I'm basically trying to cover some routes just in case they do release an SBC. The reason I think there might be an SBC is because the award itself is called the EA Sports Player of the Season. And the final part, as always, is the players' stats and overalls and the cards I'm showing you in this video, their predictions or estimates. And the reason I've got a team of the season ratings and such is because if the Premier League TOTS does come out on Friday, and this one potentially could come out on Friday as well, it makes this SBC extremely pointless. Well, that's for example, say they release like a 95 rated or 96 rated Eden Hazard, but the same day he gets a blue card which is a TOTS and tradable, which is like 98. And the deadline for voting is 11:59 PM BST, by the way, so British summer time, and it's on Wednesday the 17th of May, and I'll combine with them votes as well as a panel of football experts to determine the winner. I'm assuming the winner will probably be on Friday like I mentioned. So here are the official 8 nominations then for the award. The very first player is the official Young Player of the Season this year from the PFA Awards, Dele Alli from Tottenham. The PFA Young Player of the Year has recorded 17 goals and 5 assists from midfield, firing Spurs their best ever points return in a Premier League campaign. And the reason I've gone with a card like that is a simple fact: if you compare the team of season most consistent ratings, we have got Jan Vertonghen as the highest as a 91, but going from an 83 to a 91 just for most consistent TOTS. And the lowest possible rating it seems for a team of season this year is going to an 87, so I'm pretty sure 91 Dele Alli, that's not high enough. And the same applies for 92 N'Golo Kante, so I think if you've done the purple card like myself, I imagine by Friday if it comes out, we could be quite disappointed. But we'll talk about and mention how EA could go about that when we get into the investment part of the video, but Dele Alli would be a fantastic card. Then we go on to Azpilicueta from Chelsea, the very first defender, and I've got a 93 rated centre back, 86 pace, 86 dribbling, 88 passing, 93 defending and 89 physical. I don't think I've boosted his stats enough, but either way it'll be a fantastic centre back and now an official Premier League winner. And the description about him, it says playing every single minute of Chelsea's Premier League title winning season, no players contributed to more clean sheets than Azpilicueta's 16. His Chelsea teammate Eden Hazard is up next, and as you can see, probably about a 98 rated card. It may be a 96 like I said before, and if it is, I personally won't be doing it as it's very pointless. In fact, this blue card, it will probably end up costing less than the SBC, and it will also be tradable. But 99 pace, 99 dribbling, I'm pretty sure that's already guaranteed. But the description about him now says, the brilliant Belgian has scored or assisted 20 goals for Antonio Conte's champions, completing 134 dribbles and creating 79 chances along the way. So Hazard right now, again like I said, probably one of the favourites. Then we go on to Harry Kane from Tottenham, and against Manchester United yesterday he scored a goal in the final of a game at White Hart Lane. Despite 2 spells of absence through injury, only one player scored more goals than Harry Kane's 22. The Spurs striker reached the 20 goal mark for the 3rd consecutive season. And now we've got N'Golo Kante, and just like Dele Alli before, I've got a 96 rated card, and to be honest, FIFA Ultimate Team is not ready for a card as good as that, because them stats are absolute madness. But the reason I'm saying he could be getting another SBC is because his other one is only 92 rated compared to a 91 Jan Vertonghen. I don't think that's his team of season card. Chelsea's PFA and FWA Player of the Year has excelled following his transfer from Leicester City, totaling 114 tackles. And so far for Kante, it's been 2 years in the Premier League for Leicester City, also now for Chelsea, and 2 Premier League titles. Absolutely insane right there from the little Frenchman. Then we go on to the next player, Romelu Lukaku. The runaway leader in the race for the Golden Boot, Romelu Lukaku has got 24 goals in 37 appearances and is the first Everton player to score 20 times in a Premier League season. And it's probably quite unlikely right now that he'll stay at Everton next season because he deserves to play Champions League football, and unfortunately for Everton, they cannot offer that to him. But Lukaku would be a phenomenal card in team of the season, and definitely will get one. Then we go on to Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. So the position I chose for Alexis Sanchez is striker, and it could be a left winger, but I think striker for him, I think he's just edged it of how many games he's played there. But either way, as well as contributing 10 assists to Arsenal's top 4 charge, Sanchez has 21 Premier League goals in the season, 15 of which have come away from home, one short of a Premier League record. I'm not sure he can beat that record though, because I think Arsenal's final 2 games this season are both at the Emirates. The final player is going to Jan Vertonghen, who right now is impacted the team this season. Jan Vertonghen has won 104 aerial duels this season and has been a pivotal part of the Premier League's best defensive record, with Spurs conceding just 24 goals. Now, out of all 8 nominations, I'm pretty sure Jan Vertonghen is probably the least favourite of a lot of them. I'd probably say Kante has other favourites, but let's jump onto the console and look at some potential investments if the SBC does come out. Right, so the very first set of investments I want to show you aren't really to do with a nomination in particular. It pretty much covers every single one in my opinion. And it's as simple as this. As you can see, Fazio and Sanson, of course, they're not discard, although Fazio is very close to being so, but Vormer, Jorgensen next to him, and quite a bunch of others. So we've got Glushikov, Marcelo, Pezzini, Janssen, Campagna, Juisi, Pazdan, El Amadi, Rave, Roger. Is there any more on top of that? So it is just them players for now, but there's a reason I'm doing this. So as you can see, Roger, for example, 87 rated, a decent looking card. I bought it for 21,250 coins, which I think is a little bit cheaper. It's actually going for right now. If I go into X and go to discard value pretty much, it's 20,880 coins. So if my maths is correct, I'm risking 370 coins or so if I was to stack up on Rodgers, because I could discard them for a loss of them coins. And it's really not too bad because he's 87 rated, special, Spanish, could be very useful for a lot of SBCs. But again, I'm not just on about Roger. If I go onto my club again, it's a team season cards that are pretty much discard value right now. You can pick them up for open bid. For example, Vormer, 21,250, Jorgensen, 21,250. I think I've got a couple though for less than that. So Glushikov was 22.50, 21.5, same as Pezzini, 21k for Janssen. He's the cheapest, I think, because for some reason you can list it for cheaper than he actually discards for. Campagna is up next, and if I'm correct right now, the French Ligue 1 awards are going on, and Mbappe has got a team season or an SBC, sorry, confirmed for Young Player of the Year, and Cavani, I think, is probably favourite to win Player of the Year, so Uruguayan cards make up a little bit. But that is not confirmed in the slightest. Next player, Juisi, 21k, 21k for Pazdan, and 21k for El Amadi. The same does apply for my transfer list. Like Pezzini, I'm pretty sure I got all these for 21k, 21,250 and stuff as a max. I've pretty paid for them, and it's quite risk free because 300 coins per card, it's really not that much. And because they're all 87 rated and special cards, I'm assuming along the line between now and the end of FIFA 17, they'll be useful, hopefully, in some SBC. And the second part is to do this SBC right here, 84 plus team of the week guarantee. And the reason I'm mentioning it, I think 84 rated plus team of the week players, again, they could be useful for SBCs. But now we go on to the nominations themselves. So I've got 8 to get through, so I'll try and go through as quickly as possible. The very first one is Dele Alli. Number 1 is going to be some kind of special Dele Alli card, because this one is phenomenal in game. I've been playing him Cam, he's been absolutely killing it. But I'm hoping, because he's 91 rated and he did cost us like 500k or so, there's some way of upgrading this one to the Premier League Player of the Year if he wins it. I don't think he will, but hopefully they take that into consideration. Other Dele Alli items are going to be right here as his name, and it's special. So concept players, he's got quite a few to go through. 91, 86 player of the month, 84 Fitness SBC, 84 in form, and that's a FUT Champions card there, and his upgrade card. English players might not be too bad to get involved in, although, again, personally, my favourite does not include Dele Alli. The likes of Lallana, they could come in handy. This one's covered for every single player, by the way, and that is going to be Premier League informed cards that are quite high rated. And now Twitch, I think, is actually first owner for me. 86 Shaqiri, we have got Idrissa Gueye. I probably wouldn't trade him in, this is quite expensive. In regards to informs, I've not really got too many left. I'll probably have to stock up on Prem players, but now, finally, we've got EFL League 1, and as his former team in MK Dons. I think I've got a few left. Just 4. Nomination number 2 is going to be Azpilicueta from Chelsea as a centre-back. A very tidy card this year. Not the tallest of centre-backs, but pace-wise, very good on the ball also, and some very tidy defending. But obviously, Azpilicueta, I don't think he'll win Player of the Year, so I'm not going to talk about him too much. But Spaniards, of course, if I go on to, not that bit, onto here and search for Spanish players. My club, we've got Pedro, Roger, Sergio Roberto, Morata, Grimaldo, Reyes, Enrich, and Alvaro. I think I've actually got an untradeable 88 rated Isco somewhere if I can find it, which is going to be on this page. Hopefully, yeah, there he is. I got him in my one and only 84 rated plus team of the week pack. And Azpilicueta's 2 former teams consist of CA Osasuna in La Liga Santander and Marseille in the Ligue 1. Player number 3 is one of the favourites to win the award, and that is going to be Eden Hazard, who right now has got a 94 rated card on FIFA Ultimate Team. And in regards to Belgians on FIFA this year, there's so many high rated ones. And in fact, I've not got a single informed one. I've only got a Defour, a Dendoncker. Of course, people like Courtois may rise a little bit, but have I got any untradeable informs? Possibly, so I'm hoping for at least. Have I? No, I've got Dendoncker though again. So I'm really not invested too much in Eden Hazard. I probably should be, especially if it starts this Friday. So obviously Hazard's got most of the high rated cards. Kevin De Bruyne. We've got Vertonghen tots, who potentially could be pretty damn useful, but very expensive right now. A 90 rated Dries Mertens. We've got Lukaku. Let's have a mixture. What other players we got here? So Carrasco 88, I'm not sure if they'll be useful or not, especially if it's the exact same as when Kante won it and Dele Alli, because we had to fill in 8 squads instead of 4. His only former team that are currently still in the game are going to be Lille in France, which, to be fair, very cheap. And now we've got Harry Kane, so I've got his 91 rated player of the month. I've never used a card for some reason, but there's not really too much to say about him because we covered Dele Alli before, and I imagine the requirements will be pretty damn similar apart from their former teams. I think this is glitched out on me because it says page 2, page 3. Yeah, for some reason it's like an endless amount of Harry Kane special cards, but again, I don't really think Harry Kane will win it, so I wouldn't reinvest. And Harry Kane's former clubs consist of Leyton Orient in League 2, Millwall in League 1, Norwich in the Championship, and Leicester City in the Premier League. And now we've got the second favourite in my opinion, which is going to be N'Golo Kante. So right now, has got a 92 rated player of the year card, which is very expensive, like borderline 1 million coins, I believe. It did drop to 700k. But if they do outdo it, I'm really hoping he can submit his card and upgrade it to his new one. I'm not saying for free, by the way. What I'm trying to say is that you submit his 92 rated card, but on top of it, say like 3 other teams, then you can get like a 94 or 95. So if you have got a 92, you can save yourself a bit of money on it, or if you haven't, you have to submit like 8 teams again. And for high-rated French players, we have got a couple of team seasons already, and Rave from Young Boys is definitely one of them. 87 rated, and he cost me 21,000 coins. We have got a man of the match, Jermaine, or Jaman, not sure how you say his name, he plays for Monaco. 87 rated Tovan from Marseille, 32,000 coins. Modeste 87 rated, Gignac 86. I'm somewhat sorted for that one. I've just realised how many untradeable Frenchmen I've got on top of it. So many SBCs, a lot of FUT Champions ones, and is there any more on the other page here? Lacazette and Pogba. And his 2 former teams on FIFA Ultimate Team are going to be SM, is it Chan Kian? I say it wrong every single time, so apologies about that, and also Leicester City. But if there was a second player of the year in N'Golo Kante, I don't think they'd have the exact same requirements as the other one, and I'm hoping it's not a re-release of the 92. And now we've got the Premier League's top goal scorer in Romelu Lukaku. Currently sound like 24 goals this season, just ahead of Harry Kane. And do I think he'll win the award? He could do, but I think they also take into consideration his club. So Everton, I think they can only finish 7th this season, whereas Chelsea and obviously Tottenham, 1st and 2nd. We've been through the Belgians for Eden Hazard before that, so his former clubs consist of Anderlecht, Chelsea and West Brom. There's one other club which is going to be Lias SK, but I think they were relegated a couple years ago. And now we go on to Alexis Sanchez as the second to last nomination, and because Chilean of course not covered them as of yet, so getting through it in just a moment. His current highest rated card is a 91 rated striker, and I imagine if Friday is the TOTS release date for Premier League, he could have an insane card. He's easily been one of the best players this season. I think like 21 goals and 10 assists or something, which is crazy. In regards to like goal contributions, I'm assuming probably has the most. And now let's look at his nationality then. So Chileans on the game that I've got are going to Alexis Sanchez himself, Arturo Vidal, Orellana, Hernandez, Fernandez, and Vargas. So not too many high rated ones. Have I got any specials though? Low to high. Just the one in Valdez. And Sanchez's former teams consist of Udinese, Colo-Colo, River Plate, and also FC Barcelona. But one thing I want to point out, there's one team called Cobreloa. I think they're Chilean, but I'm not sure if they're on the game or not. And the final nomination is going to be Jan Vertonghen, who right now has got a team season currently impacts the team season most consistent. I've already covered the Premier League players, Belgian players, and also Tottenham. So just the one thing to go through for him, that is former teams. And Ajax, I think right now, the only one currently on FIFA Ultimate Team. There is RKC Waldwijk, but I'm not sure if from the game because I cannot find them. I just looked the team name up and apparently they're playing the 2nd tier in the Netherlands. So they've been relegated, so not in the game. Right guys, there we have it, all 8 nominations for the Premier League Player of the Season, which hopefully we see in SBC this Friday on FIFA Ultimate Team. And that is going to be the end of this video guys. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, show support by leaving a like rating. It'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Out of all 8 of these players, what one do you think deserves to win the award the most? let me know why down below. And finally, if you missed my previous video, down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.